Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages. I'm your host of the most, Ness32, and welcome back to this mess. This Doki Doki Literature Club. It made me have all the damn feels, and then it pulled that stun on me. Oh my god. And now this again. I'm pulling into this game here again, just to see all these new things that are out here, because I was told to keep playing, but here's a couple of things that happens. If you try loading the game from what you had before, there's an error now. The file is missing or corrupt. And it starts off the new game. But before we even do that, I need to show you this. Going into transition there, perfect. So let's close that out real quick. And we're gonna load it back up here shortly. But as you will see here, she's gone. She is gone. Sayori is gone from the freaking character files. How in the hell is that possible? I just don't know. I honestly don't know. But we're going to get the game back up now to play a little bit more. But what the hell? How can a person be deleted from the game like that? You know what I'm talking about? Oh my god. But I'm keeping that up now just for in case something pops up. Alright, there's a game back on there. Good. But yeah, I don't know what the heck happened. The game just immediately deletes her and this is all now going on? Because you got all the girls mixed in there where she would be. Especially Monica, the Natsuki, and Yuri. And what is this? I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of girl you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school on the days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. What? In an ordinary school day like any other, mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. Nuh-uh. What about Sayori? I always tell myself it's about time I met some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any club. I'm perfectly content just getting on on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there will be any girls in it anyway. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things up, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Yes, dear? Monica! What? What in the... Okay. Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has, Monica, but this is where Sayori would be, not you. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in school. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuine feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Okay, I'm trying to read the dialogue here, but I'm just utterly and completely confused. Yeah, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Okay. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. Okay, cool. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. No, there was 4. What happened to Sayori? Why would you... It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of the members even keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists the manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Nestor. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? Yeah. I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say no to that face, but, well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how can I refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Hey, awesome! You're really sweet, Nestor, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. I'm more important? And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. What did you guys get me into? I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year class activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me! Stop it! A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to cure the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Nestor. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. But Sayori? Where's Sayori? So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? Whoa. What? No, I'm not anyone's boyfriend. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Alright, I'm curious here. Okay, nothing changed there. I was looking at the game back with the character log to see if anything changes, but nothing's yet, so I'm okay with that. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. No, Sayori was the vice president, not Yuri. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. Yeah. So, I ran into Nestor in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to... Oh. Well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Nestor? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I sit next to Monica. So I know you don't really plan on coming here, but we'll make you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Something still doesn't feel right, though. Okay, that's not different. Or shall I look at some other folders here while I'm looking at it? That doesn't look anything different. Now I don't see anything weird on that. Now I'll leave it back on the character and see what happens there. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. When it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we can really grow the club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki?
Well, I guess.
Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. But there should be 3. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle.
You keep
a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry.
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not.
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I still don't like tea, but I'll go with it.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
So Nestor, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering that on the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga! I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Aww. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing as before. Going on about her reading, she seems to be resolved and timid since the moment I walked in. Lights up when she finds her inner comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop?
Yeah, this game threw me for a loop last episode.
Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately, and I read
a horror book once. Like I said, Don't do that to yourselves. It's a long-ass book. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at that minimum level. At his rate, Yuri might as well have been having a conversation with a rock.
I expected that from you, Yuri. It suits you personally. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful in changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper here last club meeting. It looked like you were writing a poem called
Don't Say It Out Loud! And give it back.
Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't
like them.
Not a very confident writer, are we?
I understand why Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The trust form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. I can't keep on talking like this voice. It makes me hurt my voice.
Do you have a writing experience to you, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
And...
I thought it was a good idea.
Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all.
No, you did not. That was Sayori. Why is it like this?
I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as the members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step towards to take. Do you agree with the well, Nestor?
Hold on, there's still one problem.
Eh? What's that?
Now that you've reached the most important topic of laying forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All the three girls are staring back at me with dejected eyes. Oh, back at this again?
But I'm sorry, I thought.
The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me.
I guess I need to tell you the truth, Nestor. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival...
Guilt trip. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yeah, look at them, they're all so happy looking. I remember this one earlier when it was 4. Sayori, why?
Oh my goodness, really? Did you really mean that, Nestor?
Yeah. It can be fun, right?
You really did scare me for a moment.
I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed.
Nestor, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay?
Thanks. I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think that will be the official end of today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Nestor, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait.
Bye, Monica. Alright, just quickly looking over the things here again just to see if anything had changed. Now it doesn't look anything too different there. Not seeing anything different on that thing there. So the whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls: Itsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Okay, so we're back to writing the poem, I believe. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Okay. Today I cut my skin open for the first time. It was exhilarating. I think I understand how it feels now. I'm supposed to be the responsible one though, so I don't think I'll be doing it again unless I decide to kill myself. I left a memento of the occasion below. Huh? What? What? I need to look now. Did anything change? No, that's fine. The same. Alright. Okay. I guess I'm gonna do this now. So I guess I can do either the girls here. Alright. So I guess I do the lovely little poem here. So how about we do that? Milk. Music. Vertigo. I'm trying different things here. I'm just curious what's going to happen with doing something different. Okay, everything seems to be going alright, even without there's no Sayori. Hi! That's always a good one. Ambient. Giggle. Oh, she's Hope. Bubbles! You can't forget about the bubbles. Tone. Raindrops. A bunny, and how about heartbeat? Okay. Interesting enough. Here we go with day 2. We're going to keep on going with this one.
Hey again, Nestor. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Nestor.
You're welcome, but what the hell was that?
I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Excuse me? Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keep... Okay, she's right in front of the thing. I can't really read it there. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
I'm sorry, Nestor. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay?
Oh wait, this is probably a good thing to look now. Has anything changed? No. Oh, there is something new! Oh, wait, hold on here. I gotta change something here real quick. Alright, I gotta show this real quick. Let's see, I gotta switch over here, so just transition. This was not in there before. Now there's something here. There's a little devil inside all of us. Beneath their manufactured perception, their artificial reality is a withering, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the freeable hold of their host, sleeping through every little crevice they can... Sorry, I'm stopped reading there. But it's like seeping through every little crevice they find into their willpower, starving them of all motivation and desire into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new shirt. Such a deplorable, tangled mess is already presented in every single one of them. That's why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot.
What? What? Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read?
Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in the club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask.
Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'll be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to.
Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked up a book that I thought you might enjoy.
Is she? No, maybe not. This kind of looks like she's off-centered a little bit, you know?
It's a short read. It should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is how is this girl actually being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think it is.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her tense expression as she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet.
Eh.
I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Okay. You looking for something in there?
Fucking mannequin.
Okay.
She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf.
Manga. You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean, I wonder? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is.
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means that it's either way out of my demographic or simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on the door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Nestor. Consider this a Don't judge a book. In fact,
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right in my hands. Ah, I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. Just like this game did. Before, it all went to poop and all went to crap. It's exceedingly Mo.
Don't just stand there.
Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling for me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that.
Eh? What's that? Oh, I guess it's easier to be close together like this.
Don't say that. You made me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scrooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I wouldn't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Well, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
You don't go back and flip through the old volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't?
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Can you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry, I didn't.
Humph. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids.
I can't even bring it up with them being all like, Sorry, I right-clicked on the right mouse button and did that. My bad.
You still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Ugh. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of my...
What?
At least stay here in the club room.
What the fuck?
Except Monica kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So?
Aha!
Gee, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. Flip the pages. And time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. Oh, she fell asleep. Oh, isn't that just sweet? Hey, Natsuki.
Yeah?
Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey!
Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay?
Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper.
I told you not to give him...
She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth.
Don't worry, Nestor. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share our poems now?
What in the hell was that? What happened to your eyes and your mouth? Am I coming down with a fever dream or something? What the hell is this? Alright, let's show it to Monica first. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem and I want her to know I'm putting in effort.
Hey, Nestor. Having a good time so far?
Yeah, except for the crazy bit that happened a bit ago.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring it up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Nestor. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's some sort of...
it's that sort of barrier that
we all learn to get
past soon. Even after taking a couple days off, I can't talk. Yeah, that's true. I had Monica in my poem.
I like it, Nestor.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment.
Aha. If you say so.
Yep.
If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy.
Ha ha ha.
Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into the pretty petite girls too, you know. Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then. Alright, so it's basically the same poem as before, Hole in the Wall. Let's see if anything is different about it. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems of flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right here. There. It's right there. Showing my fear, I brandish my pen. Interesting. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sir, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That's a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
Was that the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany, you say?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. And the way to think about later is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. Okay, she's saying the same thing as before for her tip of the day. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Alright, let's try showing it to Yuri next, the vice president. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine.
It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah? Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. And so...
Oh, so it's bad.
No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through it that myself, I learned to pick up on them.
There I go with my hiccups again.
I think that the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit those two together. The end result is that both styles and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her streaming is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. No.
There are so many different skills and techniques to go into writing into a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though.
Biased how?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm pretty sure Yuri is apologizing to herself to me, not to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, this isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate me. Okay, this is the same thing. It looks like the remaining string lines. Blah 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 blah. I flicker back. Yep, that's safe from last time. From right.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What?
I wasn't thinking that
at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Eh? That's a relief.
Also, I liked your poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Woohoo! Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Nestor. Really?
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts and feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolical compared to a ghost. Lingering in our past, last readings placed for comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. Impressive. Most impressive. But you're no Jedi yet. Mwahaha.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Alright, off to Natsuki now. We look at each other like, Okay, let's start with the one thing I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Okay, then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. And in fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem, make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. Guess I wrote a good poem? So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Natsuki retorts, gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Alright, so it's basically the same thing as before. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, blah 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 blah. It's the same? Cool. Yeah. I told you that you were gonna like it. But I do like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, okay, I can understand that. Fair enough. But the other nice thing about simply writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Don't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no... Sorry, the music kind of threw me out there. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. No, it sounds fine. I guess I was mishearing something. This is literature club after all. I sigh. I guess it's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Eh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem onto the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be? Cute.
I know that. I just meant language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
Humph. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it. And Nestor did too. So based on that, I'm glad to give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Nestor liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was inspired by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Eh? Isn't that what you're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe it's just jealous that Nestor appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know you didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Nestor started showing up.
Natsuki!
Natsuki, that's a little... It doesn't involve you.
Taking out our own insecurities on others like that. Oh my god, that's funny.
Your legs is...
What the fuck is going on? Alright, I'm sorry, I'm not reading. What the hell's going on? I'm sorry, I'm more invested in reading this than talking about the voice. I'm sorry.
You think you can counterbalance your toxic personalities by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Ugh, be careful where you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Yeah, go on. Let Nestor have everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels after this.
Suddenly Yuri turns toward me as if she noticed I was standing here.
Esther, she's trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it.
I'll say here. Why isn't it? What the hell's going on? Okay, Monica, whoa. What the ever-living fuck?
Hey Nestor, why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? What the fuck is going on in this game? Sorry about that. They really should have tried to get... They shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they are done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead.
Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away.
Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Nestor, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyways, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take the responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Nestor. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate... Alright, you know what? I'll come back to this one in the next episode, so thanks for all tuned in. If you like what you see, hit the like button, share this video with your friends, subscribe to my channel, do all the fun stuff, have a good time watching some older stuff on the outro intro, and thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys on the next episode of Let's Play some Doki Doki Literature Club. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages who shouldn't be watching this, stay frosty, won't you? Booyah!